Hey y'all, so this is an update video on Phentermine. I started Phentermine on March the 14th, 15th, somewhere around there. Now it's been April, May. This Friday will be 2 months. Wait, March, April, May. Yeah, it'll be 2 months since I've been on Phentermine. On the highest dosage, 37 point something. Anyway, the first month I lost 10 pounds, and then I've lost 3 more, so I've lost 13 pounds in almost 2 months. So like I said in the other video, seems like you lose a lot the first go around. Like in the first week I had lost 5 pounds, and then it slowed down, and then I started back. I have, like I said, I've lost 13 pounds. This Friday will make 2 months. It seems like I'll hit a plateau and it'll just stay there. Or I'll bounce the same pound back and forth. And then I'll lose more. And then it'll kind of plateau again. And so right now I've been stuck at 170. I was 186 when I started. And then I went down to 173. Then I have bounced the same pound back and forth between 173 and 174 for the last 2-3 weeks maybe. It's frustrating, but I also think my body's becoming used to it. So I took a couple days off. The last couple days I actually didn't take it. And this morning I weighed myself at 173.4. So there we are, back between the same same pound. It's been great. It's gave me a lot of energy. I actually thought it would be very counteractive against my anxiety. I have anxiety disorder. I have actually not taken my nerve pill, the medicine that I need for when I'm having an anxiety attack or when I feel one coming on. It's an as-needed medication, but I have not as-needed it since I started taking this, which is astounding because Phentermine is a stimulant. It causes people to have anxiety who don't have anxiety, so I thought it was going to be just terrible, but I actually researched it. A lot of people have said that has happened to them. It has some kind of effect on the brain or chemicals in the brain that, I don't know, whatever. It's helped me out with my anxiety. It has given me energy, but it also gives me insomnia. I work night shifts, so it's kind of hard, when I'm up all night and then on a day off and I try to sleep, and on my nights off I'll be awake till 5:30 in the morning. And the last couple of days I didn't take it. And last night, I don't know what came over me, but I'm not kidding. My Fitbit records my sleep pattern, and I slept for 13 and a half hours. I don't know if all the fatigue just hit me at once because I didn't have the Phentermine in my system. I did not take any other medications. Usually I have to take Benadryl sometimes to help me sleep at night, and then I'm still up till 3 a.m. on my nights off. So, anyway, it's never happened to me before. I crashed, and I crashed hard. So, I still have the same side effects, which would be constipation, TMI, pretty bad. Dry mouth, I'm used to. Not that bad. Sometimes if I talk a lot or something like that, it'll get worse and I have to drink water, but I don't really see that as a bad thing. I mean, dry mouth sucks, but as long as you're drinking water. I mean, water's good for you, so, let me see. It makes me feel human. I have anxiety, and I've had depression. I have had chronically, reactivated mono infection, which basically means once you have mono, it lays dormant in your body, kind of like the chicken pox. And it reactivates sometimes when you get really stressed out or a very traumatic thing in your life happens. And my doctor had told me that I had reactivated mono infection like 3 years ago. And every time I'd go back to the doctor every 4 or 5 months and get blood work done, it was still there. You still have mono. You still have mono. And I'm not like first time mono, sick, dying. Feel like I'm dying. It's just chronic fatigue. I mean, and the reason she tested me in the first place years ago was I went to her and I'm like, I have debilitating fatigue. Like, I can't function. And that's what it was. And that's basically the only symptom I've had from Epstein-Barr virus is what causes it. And I recently was tested when she ran the blood work for my, before she gave me the Phentermine. She had to do a drug screen, so she went ahead and done some lab work. And for the first time in 3 years, I do not have reactivated mono. And anyway, so when I crashed last night and slept for 13 hours, I was wondering if maybe my mono had been reactivated again. Or if it was just from not having the Phentermine. I don't know. But I think my body's getting used to it. I think I'm going to lay off of it for a couple days. Maybe take it for a couple. Or go a week without it. See what happens. Let my body kind of readjust. One thing I noticed when I came off of it, stopped taking it for 2 days the other day. Oh my gosh, my appetite came back strong, which makes me really aware that this medication is certainly helps. And you don't think about food when you're on it. I don't think about it. I don't feel hungry. I don't want food. It's not even a thought in my brain until I get to where I get so sick because I've not ate all day. But my gosh, my appetite came back. I wanted to eat everything. That could have caused me to crash too. I wanted to eat everything for no reason, and that's I guess a food addiction that's caused me to gain weight in the first place. But for the first time in a year or two, I am in the 170s, and I cannot wait to get down into the 160s. I am 3 pounds shy, and I am very hopeful and very optimistic that I will get there. Very afraid that once I come off the Phentermine, because they only let you take it for a couple months, sometimes 3, that I'm afraid I'm going to gain the weight back, and it's very possible. And the way my food addiction came back with a vengeance makes me realize that it's going to be hard to keep it off. It's going to be hard to maintain. And, yeah, I mean, but I've been wanting to make an update video for a while because I hadn't made one. I did get to have a telehealth or whatever, a phone call from a doctor, because with the coronavirus, I couldn't go to the doctor. I could have, but I wasn't going to. I wasn't going to jeopardize my family or myself and put myself at risk. And I take care of the elderly, and I did not want to expose myself to anything at the doctor. So she was able to call me and have a phone conference, and I told her I lost 10 pounds, and she was very excited, and she said, I'm going to write you another prescription for it with a refill. So I'm actually guaranteed to be on it for a 3rd month. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's all I can think of right now. I actually have to get ready and go to work in like 10 minutes, so I'm going to end it here. And I will try to update again. This is something I do want to document for those out there who, I've seen so many mixed YouTube videos on there. Like this one lady was talking about how her anxiety was just unbelievable. Like fidgeting, couldn't stop, it don't have that effect on me. It doesn't. And I should have said this in the beginning, but it goes without saying, I am not a doctor. I am not a nurse. This is my own personal experience. These are my own personal opinions and thoughts. And do not take what I say as like, like I said, I'm not a doctor. So talk to your doctor. Definitely make sure that you're healthy enough to take this. You can get this medicine from a weight loss clinic. but you will be paying a lot of money just for the visit. So if you have a doctor, please, I'm not a doctor and I can't tell you what to do, but I would definitely recommend going to your physician. And if you don't have one, please find one, because this is not for people who have heart problems. This can cause very high blood pressure. I personally have not had that experience. I personally have pretty low blood pressure. I always have. It's not like super low, but it's definitely lower than normal. I have a blood pressure cuff that I don't know how accurate it is, but it definitely has not spiked my blood pressure. But just check with your doctor. My prescription, I think I said last time it cost $20. I think last time when I refilled it, it actually was $18, something like that. It depends on where you're from, what the brand is, etc., pharmacies. But yeah, I gotta go get ready for work, and I will try to update, hopefully with a video saying that I have finally got out of the 170s. But anyway, yeah, that's it.